So I was having a conversation. Shout out to Teddy, man. And saying, and I really, I'm like, it was one of those things I knew in my heart. I really researched it, but I'm fully vested in open public domain. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis created neo soul. No one gives them credit for that because That's the Way Love Goes is the first neo soul song that we ever heard.
That, yeah, and anytime, any place. Yeah.
Show me anything. I'm talking about. Show me another song that sounded like that before that, and every other song sounded like that for another 5 years.
Sure.
And he was, what about Michelle Giancello? I was like, she came out like 6 months to 8 months after that.
Yeah, she was after, and then that one song.
D'Angelo is considered the first neo soul album. 95.
What would you consider? What's the group with the two? Janae? Would you consider them?
Janae's not. I wouldn't say Janae's neo soul. No. Janae was
that they were
R&B at the time.
I think if they would have continued on, they were heading that way. I think that they were.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But like that first album was a good R&B at the time. SWV or any one of those
Groove Theory was mid 90s. So.
Yeah,
KG was a producer.
Yep.
And he was like, I don't think nobody's ever documented that. He's like, are you in the ahead of the game? I was like, I don't know, but even the vibe of the video was neo soul vibe. Yeah. With the incense, they dancing,
but
hanging out.
Before, because I'm a big Janet fan, like,
yep,
each album leads into like what her next sound gonna be like.
Yes,
so
it does.
That led into the Velvet Rope, which was neo soul,
way more sultry neo soul type of feel. Hey man, are we comfortable yet to say that Janet's got more bangers than Michael Jackson does?
Yes, she whooped his ass musically.
Are we comfortable? I mean, I'm just about more.
Yes,
I know people want, but Janet has more bangers than Michael Jackson does.
She has way more better albums than he does.
You're not wrong. Like she actually has better. Like Scott said, she has better albums. So think of it this way, right? With Thriller or even Off the Wall, right? Was how many tracks on each one? No more than like probably 10 or something.
8, 9.
And maybe
8, 9, like that. And all of them weren't. I mean, essentially, there's a lot of praise for the praise for those albums is deserved. 1, 2. It was so new, and when things are very brand new to the ear, it's going to get more praise than anything else. Which is honestly why I think the Beatles get more praise. But anywho, I don't want to get into an argument about somebody in the Beatles, but. So
you don't want to get into Sgt. Pepper. You don't want to get into
I'm not doing that. Because I don't care enough, and I'll just start cussing you out. Like I'm not gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like we have those arguments where it's like you care, so you're gonna keep going back and forth with facts. I don't care that much, so you go too far and be like, "Fuck you," and the Beatles. Like I don't care. But I think that she on Control is how many number ones?
7.
And then how many number ones from Rhythm Nation?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you now. Hold on, because I had it pulled up here. On 8 on Rhythm Nation.
Yeah. Then we go to Janet.
Hold on. Janet's got 9.
The Velvet Rope.
Hold on. Nope, you fucking up. Designs of a Decade came after that.
Well, that's the greatest album. No.
Designs of a Decade got 3 for your ass. And that was like a little almost.
But what was the new thing on there? What was it? Runaway,
Best Things in Life Are Free. They added that on there.
Yeah. I forgot about
24 players on there.
Yeah, 24 play.
That was a good song.
Yeah.
We ain't got the Velvet Rope. Hold on, let me see Velvet Rope. Velvet Rope that's 97. That's got 6.
Then you got All For You.
Yeah. And it's not even the fact that Mike stopped making albums, because I mean the last album came out in what?
01. You talking about Mike's? You talking about Invincible?
Yeah.
When did Invincible come out?
01.
Yeah. But 01's only got 3-4 bangers on it. Let's be honest.
Well, and yeah, Invincible had Heaven Can Wait is on there, Butterflies is on there. What was the
Break It Dawn?
Break
It Dawn.
Yeah, Break It Dawn.
That was his R&B album. That was that was Mike's comeback.
Invincible, the title track, Invincible, and the title track.
And then I don't even remember the song Invincible, but
that's what Biggie on it. That's what Biggie on it at the beginning.
Though it also reminds me of Whitney's second to last album. What you're like? It's kind of like when they kind of finally got into R&B. Like they had been pop all that time, and
with Heartbreak Hotel and stuff on there.
Yeah, so then it's like finally now I'm into R&B stuff. So like I said, with Heaven Can Wait and Butterflies, like you listen to Butterflies, you okay, Mike? What is it? Like I mean, one, the song is just awesome anyway, but there's just that groove to it, and Mike hadn't given us a groove like that.
That's really, like, since the 80s.
I kind of want to disagree with that. That Dangerous album was pretty black with Teddy Riley doing all that stuff.
So
the only song I remember jamming to was Remember the Time.
No, Keep It in the Closet, Dangerous.
I wasn't jamming to that. I was just jamming to Remember the Time for real. I was listening to it, but I wasn't
I listened to them. They weren't my and I wasn't calling the box trying to play it.
That Dangerous goes hard. Like listen to that, like that mug goes thump.
I know the songs, like I said,
but he took all this sound from Janet. That was my point. My point is he took all this sound that he transitioned to from Janet.
He had to get with it when they made Scream.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Janet was, but he literally saw Janet's thing like, dude, like you got all these bangers from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Yeah. Let me get them on Bad. And they did two of the best tracks on Bad. Liberian Girl and fucking what's the other joint? Fucking I think at some point, man, we gotta like really like do a whole documentary love fest for Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Like for real. They're the best producers of all time. Rap, R&B, rock, I don't care. They're the best.
Yeah, they my goats. Them and Babyface.
They hit. I don't think Babyface can even touch them. Babyface wish he could do what they did. Hold on, let me go to Bad real quick. What they produce on Bad. But my whole thing is that I would say and then so me and Teddy was having in this delve into a thing of I said that Janet Jackson moved into blackness more than Michael did, and she effervescently went back and forth kind of, and she really was like doing black shit. And like if white people fuck with it, cool, whatever. And she was performing for y'all, but she didn't really like, yo, I just want to do shit for white people. She out here wearing braids in a time where with braids was not the thing, like wearing full on braids for the full album and dancing it in black movies, Poetic Justice. Why would she, if she wanted to be this pop star, why would you do John Singleton's movie?
You ain't in the movie with Tupac.
And it's the second movie ever. It's not nobody she didn't get no Steven Spielberg movie. She went to a second movie actor. I mean, not second movie director and said, hey, I want to be in that because I feel like I'm some.
Hold on. And then come back and do another movie with Eddie Murphy. Even.
And I love the song from that soundtrack that she has on it.
It doesn't really matter.
That is my shit. Like, if that video comes on, I will keep playing. I'll just like keep hitting it over and over again. Like that is I love that song so much.
Yeah, I don't know. People really had that conversation like, yo, Janet Jackson. Real talk, man. Like she's got way more people I think really think about until you really start hearing them back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing like that though. But I don't know how many bangers that people will be like, yo, Janet had a whole album with 7 number ones on one album. 7. 7. We ain't talking about 3 or 4. 7.
Take that, Mike.
Yeah. And not just that, there are songs that. So you only can play Thriller at Halloween. You can play Just Wait a While 24/7 around the year. You can 24/7 around the year. Let's Wait a While. You can play 24/7 around the year. What's my other joint? Miss You Much. 24/7 around the year.
Escapade.
You play
24/7 around the year.
Hey.
I just wanted to love on Janet because she's not the best singer. I'm the first one to say that. We ain't saying she in the top 20 of singers, but she got them bangers. If y'all want to say that Drake got the bangers for the rap people and y'all cool with, should let me have Janet and say that Janet is one of the best of all time for her bangers.
Listen, okay? Stacey loves 2 Chainz, okay? Titty 2 necklaces. I adore him. I am not listening for lyrical content. I'm not looking for things that make me think and all of that. But I know I'm gonna get me a good song.
Yeah,
I know that's what I know. I'm gonna get a good song, so I don't expect.
But Janet had good songs. At least Jimmy Jam and it was writing it. She was getting good written stuff too. But I just wanted to love on Janet with that section.
I had to text Samantha to ask her. I said, in the 90s, we went to the Dollar Show and we saw a Kung Fu movie. What the fuck was that movie? She wrote back. She says, A Bronx Tale. And I wrote back, A Rumble in the Bronx. And she said, yeah, that's it. So it's Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx. I like it. A Bronx Tale. That's a love movie. But
it's like, so when she said a Bronx Tale, I'm like, a Bronx Tale. Like, now it was one of those, like, now I know good and well it wasn't a Bronx Tale. But the fact that she said Bronx, and I'm like, okay, so Rumble in the Bronx. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, got it.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC Network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.